Actually, this is like very new to me, but still wanted to ask certain things.
Yeah.
One is, the difference between the merge and rebase, as you told that rebase is going to add up the new branch to the tip of the master branch. But is there a way through which can we see the branching? Means how exactly it is happening?
So you're talking about the
Branch visualization. Is it possible?
visualization. You can use some tree commands, which probably will help. So I mean, how many branches are there and all this stuff, right? Yeah.
So other than that, means looking the tree that will be produced by rebase is more cleaner. Is there any other way we should use rebase or a merge?
Any other way to do a rebase, you're saying?
Yeah, so means in any other scenario, means what are the perfect scenarios for which we have to use rebase or merge? Other than, what I found is like, means I understood and found that it makes the branches look clear or clean.
Right, correct. Okay. So, I mean, native Git commands we do not have. So, if you're really looking from the visualization point of view, I mean, if I understood. So, but you can use some Git crack and Gmaster. Those things are available. They're not like non-native Git utilities to visualize. And coming to the rebase stuff, like if you're asking me the use case, I told you, right, like if there's a new feature which you started working by taking out another branch from the existing master branch, and if the client is approved that new feature, so probably you want to uh, merge, not merge, but basically you want to stop what you are doing, and because client wants that new feature to be permanent kind of stuff. In those cases, rebase will be helping. Whereas merging is that if two developers working on two different modules and this code has to be merged, probably there could be some files which is, let's say, database connectivity files, or I'm just giving you a few examples. In those cases, merging we will be using. So wherein view, in case if the files are not same anyway, that will not be having any issues. Folders and files will be merged. It's only that problem comes with the same files. That helps. So, any more questions?
This SSH keygen for pushing the code from the local to the central. Does it work with the master branch only? Yesterday I was trying with another branches. I couldn't push the data and everything from only master. I could.
Okay, so SSH key, yeah. So by default it only work with master, because in the local you will be having master branch, right? So whenever you setting up that, so both branch names like source and destination, it will look actually. But in case you have other branch, so you have to have that same branch also created manually at your local client machine. Then you can do SSH to the remote machine. So then it will start working.
Thank you.
So I'll ask the questions in Nagios then, just to see. But to the level of practice, or it's where are we like that? So anyone can answer. So what's the difference between active check and passive check? Active check and passive check. Okay, you want to try, Yogesh?
No, Raghu. Sure.
Okay. So I'll no problem. I'll try to answer. So in Nagios, if the plugin is with Nagios, so if it is trying to query a device, can be a machine or a system or a server or a router switch. So we call it like active check, because my Nagios using that plugin, it will try to remotely verify the statistics of the remote device. Now, in case of passive check, I don't have any plugin. It is the remote device at the remote machine or anything, which will share the metrics. When I say metrics, for example, if it is a server, CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk space utilization, network I/O, these things. So these metrics, if it shares with me, we call it as like passive check. So in the passive check, Nagios do not have any plugin installed or deployed to connect to that. So it probably will be receiving the inputs from the remote device. So there will be less load comparatively with active check when you look for the passive check. Yeah, but again, advantage and disadvantages will be there.
So for passive checks, it's external resource checks, right?
For example, let's say that I have a software, ActiveMQ or RabbitMQ, okay, messaging queue software, and the queue pipeline, like how many messages are waiting and all that stuff. It is RabbitMQ which will share the details with me. I'll just display that in my dashboard.
Okay. So is it like yesterday you have configured Rakesh system IP in your Nagios? So is this a passive check?
That is active check. So my Nagios, anyway, plugins we have installed, right? Remember yesterday we installed around close to 50 plugins.
Okay.
Yeah, it's active check. It uses one of the plugin to connect to that.
Yeah.
So here, one question I was expecting. I have not taken any permissions from Rakesh, systems credentials and all these things. Just adding that IP helped me to at least connect to that machine, right? It is a security breach.
Yes.
Right. But I was expecting someone will ask me that question. So how this is working then? Any questions? I mean, sorry, any thoughts? Not questions. Any thoughts on that? Okay. Anyway, we will be discussing that in detail. But otherwise, in a short, the answer is so it uses NRP plugin, Nagios Remote Plugin Executor. That is the abbreviation of NRP. Now, so what exactly it will do? It will actually remotely executes the plugin and extract those details and shares with the Nagios. Now, why it is not actually required by any credential and all this thing? So as soon as that ICMP port is available to me, one Nagios actually having a mechanism. Not only Nagios, I'm talking about all the Linux distributions. It can be Ubuntu, Fedora, CentOS, or in case of Windows also we have an SNMP. So they have this particular what do you call facility to because that machine, the remote machine is also having an RPE. It will allow an RPE to contact through ICMP. So that is the reason it is unable to scrape those metrics to me. But can I stop that? So yes. So you might have heard about this word called server hardening. in your environment. Mostly it will be done by Unix and Windows administrators. Okay. So when you go for server hardening, what they do, they don't even allow anything to come into their kind of environment. So that if they enable, if they go with server hardening, then I guess will be not able to enter into that server. Otherwise, by default, through ICMP, it will be able to get the details. So Nagios is popular because of all these reasons. So all Linux distributions supports this NRP. Okay, fine. So let's get into this. Get into today's topic. I share my screen. So we just started our machine. So I'm not even started Nagios. My Nagios process is running because we configured the check config Nagios on. Even HTTP is also started. So I just started the mission just 0 minutes ago. Nagios admin is the username. I think I given the password test. Excuse me. So this is our host. Okay, I think the machine is right now. I think looks like IP might have changed. That is the reason. Anyway, so let's go back to the backend. So, location is a local Nagios. DC. And just to recap, this is the main configuration, right? All extensions, all objects can be defined under objects folder. So yesterday we started with localhost. So we just added one more machine, right? We just added one machine. This case, now this was IP yesterday. I think IP might have changed. So do we have the correct IP right now? So what is IP? Yeah. Rakesh, you're there.
Raghu, I'm still up, spinning up the machine.
I see. Okay, fine. So meanwhile, what we'll do, we will, when I click on this, you have the status details for the source. No, all the status configuration was not configured, right? So we will try to configure that. So now I'll go to the same machine. Now there is another section called host group definition. So here, Linux servers is a group name. It was created. Do you remember yesterday in the dashboard and the left-hand side? So there is an option called groups. So in your environment, you might be having Linux, Windows, different groups of servers, or stage server, production servers, or application-wise. These are all related dedicated machines to a few applications. So likewise, also you can group them. So why do we do that? It will help us to really know the environment wise, the server status, metrics, etc. in the outage situations to find out where is the issue. Fine. I'm not going to create any group right now, or I'm not going to add this machine. So what is my host name? I'll just actually do one thing. I'll just use single word instead of the space there. It may create some problem for me. Now, if I scroll down, I see a service called local service. Description is ping. So if I go back to my Nagios dashboard, I go to the other machine, localhost, status details, ping. So ping is like, probably it is checking the network health status and all that stuff. Now come back to the backend machine again. This service definition is trying to do what? It is actually using a command called check ping. And it is saying that if the response, like 20% of the traffic, response is not there, or it lost the 20%, then please throw warning alert. And if it is the loss is like 60%, packet loss I'm talking about, the packet loss is 60%, then send out a critical alert. But where it is defined? So this check ping is actually defined in command.cfg, the same location. Command.cfg is there. So let me search for check_ping. So this is the command. So I can define my own command. Now, this is the command name, but what is the command line it is using? The command line it is using is under this folder. So this is a variable configured in resource.cfg. So under this folder, there is a plugin available, which is actually a binary executable program. So we have installed around close to 50 plugins. So all those plugins actually available under this particular folder, which I have defined in my resource.cfg file. And that program accepts some arguments. So first one is host address. These are all environment variables. This is warning alert. This is critical. And this is like written to normal. So which was separated with an exclamation mark in the localhost.cfg. Now, let me just go to this folder first of all. I want to see what is this check ping and what are all these actually parameters. If I'm new to this Nagios or this thing. So let me come out of this file. So just come out of this objects folder you have resource.cfc. You go to resource.cfc. So user1 variable is defined here. So this is where actually all the plugins are deployed. So let me go to that folder. CD to that folder. Now you should see some nice programs. I can also develop my own binaries. That's fine. Now, first to start with, what is that we are looking? We are looking for check_ping. Is that binary program is there? It is there. Dot check ping. Just move this status here. So dot check_ping. So I just want to know what are all the different options available with this help. So when I do help, it is actually giving me all the switches. So -v version, -h host name, -w warning threshold, -b integer number of echo packets to send, it seems. Okay, 5 packets. Basically, it is not kind of like, to scheduling to find out, return to normal or not. That is the purpose of this thing. And this -c is critical. So we have not used all these switches. We just only used -w, -p, and likewise. That's it. Otherwise, a lot of options are also available. So who written this program? Ethan. So because we downloaded this from our yesterday's plugin directly from the website, no, and extracted, etc. So this plugin, he is really helping me to get this thing. So this is some how to use it, how to the usage of this plugin. So everything is clearly described, self-explanatory help page. So we need to understand like all these options here, and the percentage of this loss here. Based on that thing, send out a warning, critical, the packets, how many it has to send to really find out the metrics. And in case if you want to customize further timeout, etc., can be done. So fine, I understood about this now. Let me go back to my location. Again, came back to the Nagios location where we are actually, I think, in this localhost.cfc. So that is the relationship between this service definition and then this command here, which actually referring the plugin. Any questions on this? Okay. So if I scroll down, we have one more service definition. This is root partition. So I guess the disk space it is checking. Again, this is the command it is using, which is available and defined in command.cfg, which in turn is referring the plugin which is deployed in the plugin location. And the percentage of loss 20%. If it is 20% not lost by the way, it's space, right? So just let's say if it is 100 GB disk. So if the free space is 20% only, then please send out a warning alert. But if the free space is only 10%, then send out a critical alert. I need to act immediately. That's like the purpose of the critical meaning, right? So similarly, you have number of users logged in. So if it is more than 50 people logged into my machine, please send out a critical alert. So I can customize. These numbers will be derived by the business. And then how many processes are running in my machine? 250, 400. What is this one? Yeah, probably you can check the help page, then you'll be knowing what is exactly it is. The load, the swap. So this is description, this is host name, which is subscribe, etc. But in this case, this is all right now only used by localhost. So, but we added one more machine now. So I want to add that machine now. So there are multiple ways. So you can add that as a member to the group called Linux servers, and then let this instead of single host name, let use the host group, and then all the members in that group will be now subscribed by this particular alert. So anyway, here what I do, I'll not do create any group and all these things. So can I put a comma and add the other host name? Yes, I can do that. Or I can create a separate service for my host in case if I am looking for a custom check. Okay, fine. I only have one machine right now. So I think it is case sensitive by Rakesh. Yeah, so this is just adding one subscribing to one server. Yeah. I added services, save this thing. Now, okay, yeah, okay, even with plus. So now what we'll do, we will try to add this to the local host stuff.
Raghu, your voice is breaking middle.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I am checking everything that and bandwidth and all this thing fine. But in case if there is still any voice break in all this thing, let me know. I will try to change the net also. Okay. So I just updated the IP address, added only to subscribe to only two set of definition. So let me save this file and then service Nagios reload. Go to the dashboard, refresh this. So now we could see that yeah, right now it is in polling. So at this time, probably system time, it will now start reflecting. So this is how generally you will be defining the host and the services. So now let's just look at this particular warning stuff. Now why this is actually showing warning and what is this one? So this is actually in case like while configuring, if I don't want to send out any notifications, so it will be configured from there. So can I disable that? Yes. If you want, you can disable from here also from the user interface. Click on this thing, the right hand side, enable notification for this is and commit it. There. So services. Let's refresh this. It is, yeah, took little in a few seconds. So what do you mean by that? I guess in case if the notification or the mails alerts I don't want to send out, I can disable temporarily. Okay, that is now we have disabled. That is okay. Now why it is showing this as warning? So let's dig out from the backend. So I want to understand and actually how it is configured and all the stuff. First, let me go to the local host.chmc. HTTP. Okay. This is what actually it is configured. So this is the command. So let me go to the command.cmc. check_HTTP. So this is the command and this is actually the plugin name. Yeah, even though like names are same here, but this command name is different, the plugin is different. So let me go back to the plugin. This is where the plugin locations. And what was that? check_HTTP. So by the way, how it was configured, I did not actually capture that entire command, but that's fine. We will learn here. So check_HTTP. The usage is something like this thing. So just -h virtual host or -i IP address. Okay, so we can do many things with that, but we are not actually configuring and monitoring a URL. No. So .check_HTTP -h localhost. Let me just take it up. Yes. So the program is triggered, and this is actually the error message we got it. So this is the same error message displaying on your dashboard. So whatever the program is actually supplying to the dashboard, it is the CJ script is displaying there. Okay, that is fine. I understood about this thing, but how do you address this issue? So it is showing us 403 forbidden. So I guess the Apache it is trying to monitor is not having any home page. That could be the reason. So what I'll do, I will go to the Apache. There's a main configuration file. Under that, search for document root where the home page has to be created. So it is configured as var www.html. So let me go there and then create a welcome page. Yeah, I think echo hello index.html. So index.html is created. So just check it out whether it is working fine or not. Yes, the hello is coming. Now go back to my Nagios machine. So the same thing I will try to now check it out. So let's check it. -h local host. Yeah, so we are getting okay this message. So I think it is now will convert into green from yellow. Anyway, but it will take some time, right? The queue is there. Okay, so the queue is there. So probably it will take few seconds to convert from warning to okay. Fine. So yeah, so what I'll give like few minutes to you. So what is the requirement? I just want that everyone should address this issue. So basically you go ahead and create the index.html and then show me that this is fixed and this is back to green. Okay. I'll give you the history of the commands, what we have done today. Actually, what is the thing we have not done any changes, I guess. Yeah. Plugin locations, all these things if you want, right? You want to test it out, I'll give you these commands. Just for your references. So I'll give you 2 minutes to just fix that. So basically what you need to do, you just need to create a index.html under the document root of Apache. I think that should solve the issue. Yeah, my HTTP services now back to green normal because the welcome page was our so index.html was created. Yeah, so I would like you attempted that successfully. So let's move on now. Anyway, but feel free to stop me just in case if you stuck anything. Now we understood the relationship between command, plugin, service definition, and then now we are able to configure that so and so. So what we will do now, I want to configure a plugin which can monitor my Tomcat application server. This is completely new to Nagios. It is alien because it is not having any plugin which can interact with particular application service is called Tomcat for now. How do you do that? So Nagios maintains a repository called Nagios Exchange. So if you go to Exchange, you will find out a lot of plugins, hundreds of plugins. Some of them are free, some of them are commercial. So there are some commercials involved here to buy those plugins. So people across the globe available in this community who can help you to develop plugins at some cost. There are some companies also available who only work on developing plugins and uploading here. So this is there's like one kind of open source plugins repository. Now in this case, what is my requirement? My requirement is I'm looking for a plugin called Tomcat. Search for it. So on the top right hand side, search for it, Tomcat. So it will be listing lot of plugins. So you just need to find out which is suitable to you. So by rating, by reviews, whether it is free or licensed, there will be so many things which will be involved. So I'm just randomly checking this Tomcat Python. It says that what this plugin can do. This plugin can monitor Tomcat for status, memory, threads, application status. So what is a plugin? Python. Okay, that means the Python has to be there in the machine. So description, this. So you have to install Tomcat Manager also on your machine, and then enable the username, all that stuff. A requirement, this is like Python is required, manager application is required. It supports 6 and 7, etc. So it's okay. Like I think we can install one of the supporting Tomcat edition and then you can configure that. Some reviews says that this works with 7, but looks like with 8 it is not working, etc. Okay, fine. We are only we using 7. I'll just try to demonstrate how to download this thing. So we could see that there is a download link available here, GitHub link. So you can click on that. This is your Tomcat Python plugin. So that means that particular plugin is maintaining a repository. Mostly in open source, people generally develop projects in GitHub, and then they'll keep there for public usage. Also, it actually having full details that how to configure everything here. So we're all good. What we'll do, we will try to download this plugin. So how to do it? Git clone, right? So what you do? Let me go to my home EC2 user. Here I will try to download Git clone the link. So it downloaded a folder called check Tomcat. I'm going to the folder. Inside that, it is having a plugin. README and everything is there. This particular plugin has to be deployed where? Under our plugin folders. So copy this plugin to copy check to the lib execution folder. One second. So I copied there, going to the lib execution. So just check it out. Tomcat.py is available or not? Yes, it is. Just do help. So how to configure and everything, all the options are provided here. So any questions so far? Let me know. I want me to stop. If someone is trying to follow me, I can stop. You're still with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it was a quite there's no response from it. That's I was thinking whether we are connected or not. So nothing like we just went to the repository, we downloaded, we searched one of the relevant plugin which we are looking for, we downloaded to the folder. That's it. Now using this plugin, I can monitor my Tomcat. So where it is there, when I don't have any Tomcat in my local machine, so temporarily what I'll do, I'll just try to install Tomcat here only. So it required all these apps, right? That's what the pre-requirement it was given. So it is done. Now,
Raghu, can you share the comments?
So in the meeting chat, I shared up to 162. from here. I'll check. Yeah, tested. So now we have to just to try to create a command which can actually monitor the Tomcat, right? So Tomcat, we just installed that required thing. Anyway, it is everything in same machine, but in real time it will be in the separate machine. So for example, if Rakesh's machine is there, right? So then in that case, I have to configure Tomcat services detail set in a Rakesh machine. So user share Tomcat con folder, I'm going there. And then editing this file, tomcat-user.xml. Go to the bottom of the file. The username for Tomcat login and all this thing is disabled. So what I will temporarily, I will try to enable all this thing. Just uncommenting. So uncommenting all this stuff. Okay. So all the uncommented stuff, I appended here. So Tomcat users. I'll let me paste that also in your this thing meeting chat, but I'll give you the path and then this stuff. Tomcat user enable.
Hey, Raghu, can you please write down this path to XML?
Exercise, right?
That XML path. Otherwise,
Okay, the path you're saying. Okay. So this is the path, and this is what I have done. I just uncommented. That's it. So you just need to make sure that you add before this Tomcat section is closed. Otherwise, manually what we do, we have to just uncomment manually here. If you are good in VA editor, there is an option search and replace also there. So I'm just following the plugin installation and configuration notes. So because each plugin might be having some prerequisites to configure. So here, because I know everything, that is the reason I'm just following. Otherwise, you have to refer the documentation of the plugin and then do that stuff. Then because we've done some changes to the Tomcat configurations. So why don't we start Tomcat just to avoid any issues? The Tomcat is started. So I just want to check it out whether the username is now working or not for the Tomcat. So on which port Tomcat by default it listens? 80? 80, right? The other day we have discussed about this.
Yes.
80. So click on Manager app. So what was the username which we just now enabled? Admin. Password is admin. So yeah, application manager is now installed. We are able to access it. So probably like, what my Nagios will do, it will actually go to the server status and it will scrape all these details, hidden space, tenure space, survivor space, and then etc. Something, all that stuff looks like plugins will actually able to scrape it. Okay, I understood. Actually, we're just taken Tomcat as an example, but in real time, we never know. We might be dealing with some XYZ application or product. So we have to research the plugin and then find out the best one. Okay, now come back to Nagios. So from Tomcat side, everything is all set. Come back to Nagios. So C user share.
Raghu, what is the username and password?
Username is admin. Password is admin.
Admin. Okay, it's specified in the role.
The last row, right?
Right.
But real time anyway, we'll be changing that. This is for practice purpose. So yeah, I'll just wait for a couple of minutes so that you fix that Tomcat thing also.
But I'm not able to log in, Raghu. Admin.
After the changes, have you restarted Tomcat?
Oh no. Say reload Tomcat service, right?
Yeah, service Tomcat restart. That is also fine. So all are based out of Bangalore, like, or your hometowns different. So is the situation there?
I am in my hometown. Yeah, here it's normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm able to log in.
Login, right? Okay. Cool. Okay. So yeah. Now let me go back to my Nagios now. So I'm going to my user local Nagios. So lib execution is where, like, I downloaded that Python plugin. No, I hope everybody is done. So we will learn this Python plugin now. So I just did help Tomcat py help. So what it is saying that how to configure this, some usage is saying Tomcat -h supply the port number -h port number -u username -a password. That's it. And then what do you want? So I want status. Just we'll do one thing. We'll just use mem otherwise. This mem we'll try to use. So let me form the command dot check Tomcat -h. It is local machine, so I'm just trying with localhost. Localhost. Okay, and what else it is saying that -u, I guess, right? -u. So username is admin -a, I guess. Yeah. Password is admin. And then what is that? What -a? Yeah. And then okay, when security killer all this thing, we're not going to configure everything. -m. Just first of all, start with mem. Okay, port is missing. It is saying that no, you're not supplied port. -p port 8080. Okay, and then warning and critical values required with mode map. So we'll do one thing. In the interest of time, I'll just go to the notes, see some sample. What is the command? -H, -P, -U, -A, -M status. That's it. Okay, saying let's try with status. Okay, status is fine. Mem also should work. I don't know for some reason. It's okay. At least this is working. So this is the command which we actually found. Let me give this to you. So now, but in Nagios, where should we configure this one? We should configure under command.cfg, no? So come out of this plugins directory, go to etc objects. So you have command.cfg. So just go to the command section and write your own command. So define command. Everything is there in that GitHub. We are not required to type anything. What is the command name you want to give? So I will do one thing. I will give a name called check_Tomcat. That's it. And what is the command line? This we just now tried, right? So where it is available under user1 directory, and this is the command. Anyway, we no need to give this / and everything here. Probably we had to prefix with Python, but if not works, we'll check it out. So first my command is ready. Save this thing. I'll paste you this command. And then go to the local host. So let me try to create a first separate custom service. So just scrolling down the bottom of the file. I'll do one thing. I'll just copy one existing settings and paste it here. So local service, name of the service template to use. That is okay. Host name, local host only, fine. Service description, what do you want to have? So I Tomcat status. Okay, what is a command name? Command name we just now defined, no? check_Tomcat. Notification enable, yeah. In case if you want enable, you can do. You can remove this. That's it. So I'll give you this also. This whatever we configure. Save this file. Go to the chart window and paste it. Yes. So now do service Nagios reload. That's it. So if there is any syntax issue, it will throw a message here itself. Okay, let me go to our Nagios dashboard where it is. So Tomcat, not reflecting, or refresh. Services. Yeah, here we go. So Tomcat status scheduled to check at 11:27. What is the system time? Yep, 15 more seconds. If there is any problem, it will actually immediately will display here. Service check. So likewise, you can configure. There are so many things, no memory, all that stuff. Yes, yeah. So this is configured. So of course, what we'll do now, we will shut down the Tomcat and we should receive an alert. But we have not configured our email address, correct? So we will try to configure an email address so that we can get a alert for this Tomcat service. So go back to your Nagios again. Where is that email I have to configure? Contacts.cmc. So first of all, I need to define my email address. So one is Nagios admin is there. So I would like to write my own contact. Define contact name. So I'll just say Raghu. Use what template? Remember, there is a template. As I'm just creating the template to be inherited. So 24/7, all that stuff, whatever it is there, it will be using there. What is the alias you want to have? Yes, that is fine. The thing is just display name only. No? That's it. And what is actually your email address? So in real time, we give our enterprise email address and Exchange server. But here, like I'm just giving my test training ID. Save this thing. Now, just defining contact will not help. It has to be a member of a group. So there is already a group called admins. So what I'm doing is subscribing to admins group, so that wherever admins is used, all those alerts will be received by me. So that's it. So let me paste this to you. I don't think it is required, but still. So you can refer. Okay. So contacts is configured here. Yeah, any changes again, you have to follow with the Nagios reload. I want to see whether I'm actually getting alerts or not. So Nagios is having a log location. Everything, all the events will be recorded there. So where is the log location? So log location is configured in nagios.cfg. This is the log location. So I just want to check it out whether mails are working or not. Successfully and all this. So let me do one thing. Let me get it log and look for mail. Okay, it is saying that mail program is not there. So the SMTP I'm talking about, the people who are new, SMTP is like a simple message transmission protocol. So if you want to send and receive an email, you have to have an SMTP configured in your machine. So I'll just install a small SMTP software, mail software, which can help me to send an emails. Mailx. Done. Okay, so now check it out. So this should solve the problem now. But anyway, so you can go to your email address. Mostly it will be there in the spam or something. Let's check it out. It will just come. It will take some time because I have to wait for again that reoccurrence, all that stuff. Okay, now mail is configured. Where is my dashboard? So let me shut down Nagios so that we should get this alert, a Tomcat kind of thing. So service Nagios reload. Done. So just tailing the log. Anyway, it will take some time, right? First of all, it will check one status, and then it will go. That is called soft status. So there is a soft status is schedule, and then after that hard status. Then hard status will come into picture. Then it will invoke the mail to trigger. That anyway will take some few minutes. We can come back and then check it out later. So yeah, otherwise I'll just wait for a couple of minutes for others to configure email. Meanwhile, I'll share those the remaining commands. To 174 I given. Yeah, I given the remaining command just for your reference pointer. Okay, Tomcat is down, right? Oh, it's not down. Service Tomcat stop. Okay. Now it is down. So it is, it should show as down or something like this. Yeah. Only then you'll get an email. So you can also check the where there is an option, right? Trends, history, alerts. History also check it out. Availability you can check. Trends. Anyway, this is detailed one. Notifications. So all the emails. So which in case it was triggered, it will be recorded. So for the Tomcat was not down. That is the reason that notification is not actually displayed. Event log. So what is happening? Everything will be recorded here. Go to services. My Tomcat is still not there. So next duration is 8 minutes. Oh, so this will take a lot of time, I think. And we'll check after like after like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Meanwhile, yeah. So if anyone is trying, and then let me know. I will help you. Yeah. No one trying. And is it too much to digest, or like too complex, or what?
Yeah, So it's not complex actually, but sometimes switching between the screens and everything, that is why the lag behind maybe. So it's in my case.
Concept is clear, right?
Yes. So theoretically, we can understand and it's like quite manageable, but going step by step, I think I have left it very long back after we were changing the user roles and all. Yeah, so we'll see the video.
Correct.
Can do this.
Sure. No problem. So I'll give you those links as well. The way the documentation was there, no official links. 1 second. The links also I'll give you just in case. Exchange Nagios. This is Exchange Nagios, where you can actually refer the any plugins. Here we are actually taking this Tomcat as a project while configuring the alerts, but in real time you probably might be using different packages, no? Likewise. So then I randomly searched with check Tomcat Python 1. This one. Let me put that in the meeting chat as well. And then I went to that GitHub URL where the plugin was actually written in Python. So there's the link. And this is all the description. It is configured step by step, whatever I have done, right? So in detail, it is there. So how to configure a service, how to configure a command. So how to verify this. Everything is there. It's just readme.md file is available. So you can refer this. It's about 7 only, 6 and 7. Yeah, I think 6, 7, yeah, both. So if you follow this thing, it will be easy to configure this stuff. Similarly, any other plugin you want to use, you can use it. Okay, so let me go back. Yeah, you could see, right? The Tomcat status is now showing as critical. So why? Because we failed to reach server. The server is down, connection is refused. Now check the notification. Yes. So it's sent to Raghu. Notification. What is my email address? Yeah, this one. Of course, because it is external domain, sending out from Amazon, SMTP, we really don't know whether it is triggered immediately or not. Why? Because sometimes it will take some time actually. Because this is a free tier eligible, no? So they will not give priority. If it is the queue length is very high, it will be difficult. But you can always check this tail logs. Yes, service notification is triggered. So that means, yeah, we should supposed to get this alert in our inbox.
Raghu, can you explain once mail configuration part?
Oh, yeah. So very simple. So this is the Nagios location, no? So go to objects. You have contacts.cfc. So there, first you define one contact. Here in real time, we'll be having developers, DevOps engineers, cloud engineers. So many people will be there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
email.
yeah, and you can group them. We can group them by names. Here we only have one group called admins, but you can say developers again, infra engineers, network engineers, system engineers, and then this particular contact has to be a member of any other group. This is admin group. So that's the only thing you have to do. Now, once it is configured, some companies uses Exchange, Microsoft Exchange, or some companies uses Postmail. In this case, I used a MailX software, SMTP software. This I have installed, which actually helps me to send out an emails. And then once it is configured, now you might be having a doubt. This particular Tomcat service, where it is configured. I mean, we have not subscribed anywhere. No? We just defined this. Yeah. So how come this Tomcat is it is triggered this to Raghu's email? That is because, so if you go to definitions, so this is your Tomcat service. No? So what is the template is using? Template it is using is local service. So if I go to templates, local icon service, so it is in it again using the generic service. The generic service is defined here. And what is the contact group it is configured? Admins. So that admin is configured where? In contact.chg. That is it. Otherwise, you can define your own template and then can use it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, can we configure the mobile phone? Yes, SMS. Yeah, if you want, you can configure SMS also. Now, how do you do that? So you need to download the SMS plugin. But again, your enterprise layer SMS is if you want to send out, you have to have a public account, no? So you can talk to your Airtel or Vodafone, okay, and they will be giving you an API credentials through which you can configure. Nagios can talk to that API, and then from there you can get SMS. Yes, so people also do that.
Next.
Yeah. So any questions on this? Okay. So now we configured the plugin by researching all that stuff. But this time I don't have any plugin. My requirement is unique requirement. So it was given by the business that this is what actually have to be configured. Yes, so that is like developing your own plugins. So mostly companies will be understanding the requirement, and based on that, they will develop their own plugins. So we will, write our own plugin, share it, just a line. What is the requirement is? A requirement is that on my dashboard, it has to be displayed number of concurrent connections to my web server. That means if 100 people are accessing my site, so that number has to be displayed on here. That's it. That's just a requirement. So it's my unique requirement. So definitely it is difficult to find out a plugin because it is not a generic requirement, right? I mean, we don't know. Yes, chances are there that the plugins also can get there, but that is fine. So take an assumption that that is a unique requirement. You don't have any plugin availability. So what is the requirement? Number of concurrent Apache connections. That is a requirement. So it has to be displayed. So first step step is to develop a plugin. And then from there, develop a command. Using that plugin, develop a command. Now using that command, define a service definition. That's it. Only 3 to 4 steps. So let's write that in a single line script. Extremely simple example I have taken, but I told you, right, in real time the requirement can be varied. Someone would have like written in Python, like we just now using Tomcat. Somebody would have written in shell scripting, it's a straightforward connection. So can this particular whatever the Python and all these things will it allow or not, etc. So many things comes into picture. That's a different story. That's fine, but we will write a one-line script to find out the concurrent Apache connection. So go back to my machine. So where is my plugin location? Plugin location is lib execution. So I'm writing first. Before writing, let me just check it out the command. So what is that? It is trying to netstat -tnlp pipe grep 80. Okay, pipe grep website is showing this, right? Okay. wc-error. One active connection. So just in case if we have multiple connections, then it will display multiple connections. So listening, all that stuff. But anyway, it is like you can fine tune that stuff. Instead of 80, use HTTP. So right now only one connection it looks like here. So this what I'll do. But we can actually develop the logic also, but I'm using an extremely simple example. So let me create a plugin. So let me create a we check concurrent Apache. I'll just write Apache. Okay, paste this parameter. So I have to give executable permissions. So check underscore Apache, right? So ch mod plus excuse check Apache. So given executable permission. So just check it out whether it working or not. Yeah, it is working. So go to commands. Again, search for command section and write your own command. Concurrent Apache connection, something like that. And then command line. So what was that? Check underscore Apache. I think that's it, right? Close it. So now command is ready. So what was the command, by the way? command name, no, it should be a meaningful command. Check underscore connection. Concrete connection. Check. So now go to service definition. So you can probably copy a setting. So what is the description you want to have? You can give your own description. Concurrent Apache connection. The command name we define is, I think, connection. Any changes? Do a reload. Go to the dashboard. That's it. So it should display now. See how easy it is. Yeah. So if you have like an enterprise edition company, software bought and licensed from some XYZ company, right? If they want this kind of customization, right? They'll charge you like anything. And the time taking process. So when you're in when you're in, this is like, you can develop in house all the solutions, end to end. You can integrate and you can have so many things here. So yeah, I'll stop it like a minute for this, a minute or 2 minutes. So I just want to hear from you. Any questions and doubts? No questions? Answer? The concept is clear, right? So let me give the commands. So up to where I've given 206. Also, let me give you that definitions also, just in case if you want to refer. That's it. So inside this plugins, you see one folder called event handlers. So this will be the last topic in Nagios. Now, what is this event handlers? Okay. So for example, there is what you call some process is down, HTTP is down, and you got an alert. What do? You will go and check why it is down, investigate, and then start the process. That's it, right? Maximum, you will start the process. So what my event analyst can do, in case if I get an alert, then I can define my event handlers to do what with that alert. So you want me to start, stop, delete some XYZ, all that stuff, then that's it. So we will try to configure one event handlers and then you'll get an idea about that. But yeah, meanwhile, give me a minute, 1 second. Yeah, I'm back. So we are talking about, event handlers. So shall I repeat what is event handlers? So in case if there is an alert and I have a script to take care, what to be done? So for example, a process is down, it has to be restarted. So, so that's what or some space issue came. Okay, as a space issue came, then I want to delete some spaces. Likewise, I'm saying that. Okay. So let's take one sample example that, and then we will try to configure. But before that, any questions from anyone?
No, Raghu, we are good.
Okay. So we will again, search for one sample event handler. For example, HTTPD. Okay, Nagios event handler. Restart or HTTPD something. I'm just looking for a simple example. And example. What is this one? This is event handler. Yeah, I think this is one we are looking for. Next simple example. What is thing is there are actually in Nagios there are two things. One is soft state. One is hard state. So whenever an alert comes, if it is true, immediately it will not send out an email. So it will wait for 3 checks, 4 checks, 5 checks before it is confirming that yes, this particular service is down. And then it will send out a notification. Because what will happen that if you don't have that soft status and hard state, in case if there is even a small glitch in your network, you'll get an alert, which is actually false positive. Yes, so not correct, right? Because it's saying that it is down, but actually it is false. So that is just to have that in a cushion, and this soft state and hard status is followed by the Nagios. So what is this event analyst is trying to do is, let me just start from event analysts are optional system. They're not mandatory, by the way. Restarting a failed service, entering a trouble ticket, okay, logging event to the database, cycling some server, basically restarting a server, etc. So we just now discussed, is a soft state. So event analysts are executed when a service or host is in a soft problem. I mean, in case if you want in a software to be the soft state only, you have to trigger this script. Yeah, it will trigger, which will contain some instructions. Let's say I want to restart, or I want to do some XYZ, or restart a server, anything. And this is initially goes into a hard problem state, and initially recover from a software problem, anything. Now, types. There are different types. One is globally defining, globally host event. So every where you can inherit this thing, or global service event handler. This is host and service, or specific to a server, or specific to a service. Yeah. So when you define globally, then it will run on every machine and every service. That is fine. How do you enable this thing? So event handlers can be enabled or disabled in a program-wide basis by using enable event handler in your main configuration file. So let's go and check it out. So where are we? We are in event handlers now. So we have the main configuration file here. Search for event handlers. Log event handlers 1. It's saying that no globe host event handlers we are not using this service event handlers. Timeout is 30 seconds. Yeah, this is what we are like. Enable event handler is equal to 1. So yes, that means event handlers are enabled. We can configure this. Go back to the notes. So this is done. So you want an host and service? No, that is fine. We just want to try it out an option. So execution order, how it will execute. as it already mentioned, global host and service event is executed immediately before host and service event handlers. But whereas event handlers are executed for hard problems, recovery state immediately after the notification sent out. So it's fine. Now, as soon as the notification is sent out, we want this to be triggered. We want to go with event handlers. How do you develop? So event handlers commands will likely to be shell script or Perl script. So you can write your own script based on your program. So for service, this is the different services. So you should actually execute the status, service status, host status, etc. Now it needs some permissions. So the program, why? Because Nagios actually running as a Nagios user. So in case if you did not let the script actually provide an access by Nagios, you will be not able to trigger the restart of the service or anything. So you need to add that to the sudo permissions. So you have to have enough Nagios users for executing the program. So you want to use like sudo to accomplish this thing. So this is like link first given how to do that. So some sample example. The example below assume that you are monitoring HTTP server. So in case if it is down, it has to be restarted. That is the purpose. So what is this script? You have this already HTTP is configured now. Only one thing you need to configure here is that event handler restart HTTP has to be defined. But again, this is what event handler. What is this is again command. So you have to define the command also. So fine. So let me add this line under my HTTP service. Control C. So where is my definition? Go to objects. Local host. I think at the end of the file, right? We configure HTTP. And somewhere add that line. Event handlers restart HTTP. So this script is not there. Again, this is a command. First of all, let me go and write a command. Then I'll write a script. So this is also given here. So I'm going to define this itself. Now, this script has to be there in this thing, this location. That's the meaning of this stuff. So anyway, under lib execution, event handlers restart HTTP should be there, is what it means. That's fine. So we will create there only. So I'm defining the command here. Where is my command section? This is local disk, FTP, Tomcat. Yeah. So I'm just writing this command here. So this script we have to develop. Is it there right now? No, it is not there. So go to event handlers location. So folder is already there. It is only that restart underscore HTTP script has to be provided. So this example little restart underscore HTTP script is already given. So let me just copy this script. So vi restart -httpd. And in case like if you are new to shell script, it's okay. It will be self-explanatory. Just go through this. What it is saying that in the case in the first attempt, it is warning, don't do anything. Unknown, don't do anything. Critical, but yeah, in the critical, there is some problem. So soft or hard status, just check it out. If it is like hard status, so or if it is soft status, this is case 2 output. This is case 1, case 2. So in the soft, this is what you do. What do you do? Restart HTTP. But do you have this restart HTTP command? We'll check it out. In the hard also, do the same. Both these things. That's the script. I'll check it out first of all. It is there or not. Okay, this script is not there. So probably what I have to do, I will just replace that with services to be restart. Sudo service is to be restart. Same thing with here. So the service is to be restart. Okay. So now the script is ready, but executable permissions we don't have. chmod +x restart HTTPD. So now that is fine. Just check it out. Of course, we don't have any thing. First of all, you need to stop. Stopping. Stopped. Now starting. So restart. But in a soft side, so many things are there, no? So maybe it will not actually work from here. So we just do this stuff. Okay, that's fine. Now, if you know your this is ready, command is ready, script is ready, go back to the notes. So some critical state, hard critical, then only the third attempt it will start. That's the purpose of this thing. But Nagios user is actually not a sudo user. So we just need to add that, right? Why? Because the program required Nagios to be calling, no? So because it is running as Nagios. So you have to do like sudo. So sudo permissions has to be given. Here, allow root to do run any commands anyway, or it has to be a member of Wheels group. Okay. So let me add that user to the Wheels group. ID Nagios. User mod -a g Nagios. What is the group? Wheels, right? Okay, so it should be Wheels Nagios. Wheels is not there. Yes, sudo. Okay, this is wheel. Yeah. So now it is a member of this thing. Also, check it out. Nagios is there. All good. So once it is configured, then that's it. Nagios will what will do in case if there is any anything to be done. As soon as the process is down, it will as soon as the status is changed to hard, it will actually try to start. Anyway, the fine tuning is needed, but then I'll just demonstrate how to monitor whether the event handler is working or not. So you can take this an exercise to fix that. This link I am giving it to you. For example, but let's first try this thing now. So let me stop Apache service HTTPD stop. Now tail. So it will first wait for how many 5 seconds, I guess, right? Because it is there configured in the template. So based on that, it will wait for like 4 or 5 seconds or minutes. I don't recollect. And then, by the way, we have not restarted Nagios, right? service nagios reload. So service HTTP started. Now stop. Stop. Try to go through the logs. I mean, it will take some time. So first it will go to the sort state, then 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1 minute with 1 minute interval, I guess. 5 times it will check. Then it will go to hard state. Then it will try to trigger the event handlers. What event handlers is there? It is configured. In the event handlers, it is configured that it go and restart the HTTP service. So can't wait for so many minutes, but that's hope that concept is clear for you. What do you mean by event handlers? So you can develop your own event handlers based on your business need, business requirement. So without any human intervention, whenever there is an alert, you will get an alert. Whenever there is an alert, automatically it will be taken care. You don't need to again interfere and do that particular stuff. So this is, for example, a service is down. You got an alert. So you configured such a way that please start the service. Yeah. So just work around. So then that's it. So the problem is solved. Any questions on the event handlers? Or that's the end of Nagios, by the way. Any questions on that? Event handlers or Nagios? Anything? So what monitoring tool you are using in your environment? By any chance anybody know or having any knowledge?
Raghu, in AWS, we do have some tools like Cloud Trial and CloudWatch. So
Correct.
they are kind of monitoring tools itself, right?
Yeah, they're monitoring tools offering by the Amazon.
Okay.
And they are not free, right? They are commercial.
Yeah.
They're chargeable. Yeah. So this Nagios is not like not only for as I said, AWS or thing. It is like platform independent.
Yeah.
You can use anywhere, wherever you want, you can use. And look at the flexibility, the customization. So there is unlimited customization can be done. There is no limit because it's all like plain simple text language.
Right.
So you can go to anywhere. You can do PhD also.
Thank you.
So any questions? So all of you from what are the backgrounds like? Most of you from the development background or infra background or support engineering?
So few of us are from software product development background. I think rest of them are from data science and business analyst side.
Oh, okay.
Analytics.
I think for them, I think this is a new topic.
Yeah.
Take some time to digest. Yeah. But yeah, so there is no option now. The whole industry is moving into this kind of model. So we have to upskill here.
Yep. We have been doing all this stuff, but not in as deep as we are doing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but this helps us going forward.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Even if you don't catch it anything also, that is fine. But you can later you can pick it up. But so let's say like tomorrow we are starting a new topic. So again, come with a fresh mind.
Yeah.
There is a song, right? Like Munna by MBBS.
So by today, monitoring thing is done. Tomorrow, if you are starting with something like CI, Jenkins and all, like that is a whole new topic. So we will not have any dependencies.
Exactly. So even if you don't understand anything also for the last 2 days also, no problem. Come with a fresh mind tomorrow. I'll make sure that I'll start a new topic. Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you that remaining 7 minutes back to you. So that's all from my end today. And thank you very much for joining and patiently listening. We'll catch up tomorrow then.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Raghu.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.